Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, happy Thursday sa inyong lahat. Welcome mo sa ating program, no? Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN. Good afternoon sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom. Welcome ho dito sa ating program, no? At every Thursday ho to, dito ho sa Filipino TV Europe. At maliwanag, mataas pa ho ang araw dito sa ating mga studios natin sa London. At summertime, kapag summertime ho, although it's 7:30ish, almost 8 o'clock na, between 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Ano tawag dito? Gabi na supposedly, no? Gabi na ho, 7:30 plus. Pero maaraw pa. Kaya welcome mo sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Good afternoon. At syempre, sa apat na sulok ho ng Europa na kung kayo ho nanonood sa atin, welcome mo dito sa ating programa, no? At syempre, saan mang bahagi ho kayo ng mundo naroon at nanonood sa ating programa, welcome ho kayo. Happy Thursday! It's Instant Corner. At syempre, pakikilala ko na yung star of the show natin. Ito yung talagang, kumbaga, star natin sa show natin. Siya ho yung talagang, kumbaga, nakakaalam. Siya ang eksperto natin sa larangan ho, kung ang pinag-uusapan ho ay immigration. So pakikilala ko na ho, no, ang ating managing partner po, Simon Solicitors, no? Ang ating ka-happy Thursday, walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA, SIMON-CABATBAT. Attorney, happy Thursday.
Sonny, happy Thursday and happy Thursday po sa inyong lahat. Unang-una, my apologies. Wala ko last Thursday. That was my fault. Hindi kasalanan ni Sonny yun. Yeah, I went to the Grand Formula 1, no? Grand Prix.
Oh,
so hindi ko nga
wow.
I didn't realize. Yeah, yun na nga, in Silverstone, no? I didn't realize because you can go yung ticket. For one thing, I didn't realize I could get tickets, una. And then when I got tickets, I didn't know. I didn't also realize that the event on Thursday, the Sunday naman yung event, no? But there was an event on Thursday. I thought it was during the day, tapos makabalik ako, no, in time nga for the show. But it actually started at 6 o'clock. So at the time, I was still at Silverstone. So I was skiving off. It's not now wala akong sakit or anything like that. No real excuse other than I went to see Formula 1.
Lucky you, ha. Ano nanalo yata si Sainz ba? Sainz? Tama ba yan? O hindi ba yan?
Yeah.
You were on a separate parang event, gano'n ba? Not the Formula 1 event itself or Formula 1?
Yeah, no, when you get tickets, you have a choice not to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no? Because the race is on Sunday. On the Thursday, they had ang tawag nila, a pit walk, no? So where the cars come out, no? There was a pit walk, so it meant that I could look at the at the track and had a look at the cars. But yeah, so it was no, it was great fun. No, it's yeah, science won. It was really exciting actually. Ewan ko nakita yung may aksidente yung unang-una. This poor chap,
Oh, yeah. So, oo nga,
yeah,
tama.
his car flipped. Everyone was a bit. I mean, I was really quite concerned. And yeah, it flipped and it caught fire. No, but he was fine. No, not a
Wow.
scratch.
Oh, oo nga. What was it the first time that you've been to Silverstone? Ako kasi I haven't been to the place yet, no? Pero when you say of Silverstone, di ba? Yan ang ano, kumbaga, Formula 1 yan eh. No? Premier ano
Yeah.
natin, racetrack yan. Have you been there before prior to this or first time mo, attorney?
No. First time ko. So I was
Wow,
quite
lucky you.
excited. And yeah, so I didn't actually know what to expect. And really I thought, okay, that on Thursday hindi mo nga problema. I go there in the morning, in late morning. Tapos they also have an interesting museum. So I go there in the morning. Tapos no, pabalik na ako.
Nice.
And I'll be back for 7:30. But no, the event, the pit walk didn't actually start until I think it was 6 o'clock na nga. So I didn't in fact get back until siguro mga alas 10 na o alas 11. Ang nakabalik ako. So traffic was very bad. But yeah, no, so that's what I was doing. So I'm so sorry. I didn't yeah, I couldn't pass.
Okay lang yan. You know, okay lang yan. These are rare opportunities or occasions when you have this very special, mga ganyan, like for example, a ticket to a very special event, no? So yeah, fantastic. You enjoyed it, syempre. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
some
No,
sort of a parang bragging rights mo yan, attorney. Pwede mo, nandun ako sa Formula 1 sa, di ba? So yeah, that's great. So
no,
other
it was
than
it was good
that,
fun.
so how was your weekend naman? Kumusta naman ang weekend mo? How was your weekend?
Yeah, no, that's all I did actually. So the good thing with the
That's all
tickets
you
is you're there for so it's Thursday, Friday, nandun ako, Saturday, tapos Sunday was the race.
Galing.
So yung nga lang Friday to
So
Saturday,
yun pala, the whole event.
yeah. So the whole weekend was that. So it's so I've had quite for a change, I've had quite an interesting weekend. Usually nasa trabaho nga lang ako, no? Nasa office, no? Doing my paperwork. Yeah, so but how was your weekend? Okay, ba?
Oh, weekend. Well, how was my weekend? Trying to come to think of it. Uneventful. We didn't go out. We didn't go out of town, so uneventful. We just stayed home, basically. So yeah. Hopefully, I hope we could make up next week, no? Makaano ako ng next week.
Yeah.
Dahil ano yan. Yan aking special day. So Saturday of next week, no? So I haven't booked anything yet. Normally we go out of town or we go out of the country. Pero ngayon parang wala ako yatang naiplano. So we're gonna play it by ear. Ika nga. So yeah. How's Watson, by the way? How's Watson? Sino naiwan sa bahay? Si Watson lang.
Yeah, actually, si Watson nga lang. Meron nga lang pumunta dito just to let him out so he's not stuck. You see, we were out for actually, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no? So he was quite miserable, coming back. Then mag-isa nga lang siya. No, he's fine. He just he's not actually losing as much weight. He still needs to lose weight, pero he's not losing any weight actually at the moment. I think he's eating too much. Whereas you, Sonny, you're disappearing before my eyes, no? From last week or the week before rather, you've lost more weight. I think.
Really? Huh? Oh, I'm trying to lose the final stretch here. I'm trying to lose about 10 to 15 pounds pa. And I would be satisfied because I with that loss, somehow I'm gonna attain whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. No, mahirap kasi yung belly fat. That's the hardest to get off your body. So yeah, so far lang but yeah. Like today, I haven't eaten the whole day today. My last meal was
Oh,
at 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and I hope to eat tomorrow around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So
wow.
hoping to have to have what do you call this fasted for at least 40 hours. I've done already
Oh,
a couple of 40 hours. I've done a lot of 36 hours. I'm trying hopefully to do a 2 day fast, pero siguro hindi ko ano, siguro mga 40 ano lang, siguro mga 44 hours for tomorrow or 46 hours. Yeah. So yeah. I'm simply enjoying it. I've done it for siguro this is the uh, fifth or sixth week running, and
oh,
I've done it twice this week. I started Sunday, Sunday ng 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock yata, or 6 o'clock, and then last meal ko Sunday. My next meal was Tuesday na at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then yesterday, Wednesday, yeah, I stopped eating at 4 o'clock. So from then until today, until tomorrow, I'm still fasting. Yeah,
oh,
I'm just
oh.
surviving on water, coffee, tea, water with a bit of sugar. Sugar tuloy. Salt, pala I should say, para sa electrolytes. Because if not,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'll be dizzy. I'll be, yun lang naman. So if I hurdle this last poundage, then I'd be happy. I'm feeling, that I've really accomplished what I sought out to do at the outset. Yun lang ako.
But
Ikaw, talaga ikaw,
do you feel more
perpetually sexy
energetic?
ka, attorney, no? Yes, I am. I am energetic.
Bless you. Yeah.
Yes, I am energetic. This is what I noticed ever since I did this how would you call this system? This ano? Oh, energetic pa ako. I could do. I'm strong still. Yeah, kaya ko. Hindi naman ako yung magka-faint ako, mahihilo. Kaya ko pa. In fact, I can do. I don't know if you've heard of it. High intensity interval training. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've heard of it. So someone
Well, okay, no,
in the
okay.
gym was
Well,
saying.
when you go jogging, when you go running, that's a medium intensity. Like for example, dyan, pagka Sabado sa'yo, yung just sa Richmond, there's this Richmond Park, there's this Saturday fun run, or they run every week, every Saturday. May group
Mhm.
yan eh. So they run for about 5 kilometers yata. Equivalent yun, they go around the, pero sa parang loop na ginagawa. Anyway, that pagka you're just jogging, that's called medium intensity. But if you sprint, high intensity on. But you could not do a 5 kilometer sprinting. So you just sprint for about 30 seconds, walk for another minute and a half, sprint for another 30 seconds. So you're shortening the duration of your exercise, which is quite as more effective than doing a long, medium intensity exercise. So, for example, jogging, it's a medium intensity exercise. So if you do that, okay, it's fine. But the high intensity interval training, which is shorter, you could do it in 12 minutes, compared to a 40-minute run together with your warm-up walk. Mas effective yun. So it's shortened. So what I would like to say is that I can do a couple of those even. And I'm still, still standing, so to speak. So
Okay.
yun lang naman. Oo. Yun ang
That's
aking,
good.
yeah, because you asked me kung if I can still, I'm still strong. In fact, nakatayo na ako
Oh,
ngayon eh.
that's good.
I'm not seated, so
Oh,
I can
yeah, are
move
you?
around.
Oh,
Oh,
so you can move about.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
standing, I'm
okay.
standing. While doing the show, I'm standing. So, ayan.
Ah, oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I might try that next
I
week.
can move. I can move.
Uh,
Ayan, I can move. Ayan, if you see me moving, yan, oh. Pakita mo, yeah,
yeah.
full shot. Ayan, pinapakita ni Pao yung full shot. So I'm standing actually. Yeah, siguro I was thinking, siguro pagka show natin, I'll just do a bit of standing. So, ayan. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Na-miss kita, but lucky you. I envy you actually. Everybody would definitely envy you because it's something. Diba? So Formula One being there, no? So ano yan? Okay, attorney, magano tayo? Hula-hula tayo, no? So sino yung sa ating
Okay.
first mga bate? Yan ang ating little game that we do here. Okie-dokie,
Ooh,
bumper tayo.
okay. Yeah.
Direct. Okay, sige, magbabumper muna. Go, go, go. Ayan. Naku, pwede na ako sumayaw sa'yo dito. Chan, di ba? Bago, nakatuyo lang ako eh. Oo. Yeah, standing arms. Okay. All right, attorney, ito na tayo. So, sino palagay mo ang unang bumati sa atin? Ayan.
I think
Who do you think?
I think I'm going with Analu. Analu ang puesto.
Analu ang puesto.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, kasi parang ano yan eh. One of the, kumbaga si Analu, ano yan eh. Parang in the running din yan eh, di ba? Parang very active.
Absolutely.
Sige. Let's go. Go. Let's do it.
Miss Paner, I'm
wow.
sorry. I was thinking,
Marian Galicia Paner. Okay, si Marian.
Yeah, hi Miss Paner.
Oh.
Yeah. So, hello po.
Hi.
Sabi niya, no? Kuya
Marian.
Attorney Lira. Yeah. At lahat, happy Thursday po. Stay safe always. God bless us po. Tingnan mo picture,
God bless
no?
din sa'yo,
Picture. I've not
Marian.
seen that. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Sorry.
Yan ang mga contenders natin. Sila Oliver Fernandez, Marian Galicia Paner. Saludo ako sa kanila, attorney. How do they do it? No? How do they do it? Okay. Let's go for this. Yes. Yung ating second. Sino second natin?
Second. I think si Mr. Fernandez actually. I was thinking Oliver. Si Oliver ata. I think Oliver would like Formula 1.
Oliver. Let's try Oliver because si Marian is one of those Sino yan? Oo nga, very good.
Si Oliver. Yeah, and talagang nanonood siya. So, no? Sabi niya, so he knows exactly what's going on, no? So, a happy and sunny Thursday to one and all. Let us put our feet up, have a cup of tea. Oh, he's still very British, Oliver. Have a cup of tea and be up to date about the UK rules regarding appealing children refusals in immigration. Tama siya. Thank you, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, Direct House, for once again making our Thursday complete. Oh, he's so lovely, si Oliver.
Galing. Oliver, mabuhay ka.
Yeah, talaga. He's such a nice man.
Mabuhay, Oliver. That's great. Okay. So yan, you were right with Oliver. So sino naman ang susunod natin? Sige, attorney. Wala nga natin.
I think I'll stick with the chaps. I think si Edgar. Edgar Dwight. Miss Jones! Hi, Miss Jones!
Oh, wow. Si Marilyn Jones.
Yeah.
Not the regular, not the usual favorite, Not the usual favorite. I mean, favorite, what I meant was not the usual people who are, di ba, lagi nasa top 3 or top 4, no? Wow, congratulations, Marilyn, At least, how did you do it na kasanao na, no? So, great. Sige, attorney. Marilyn Jones,
So let me just read that. Warm Thursday evening, tama. Actually, it's quite nice today. Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira, and of course to everyone watching, keep safe and God bless. Nakita ko siya last time at Miss Rafael's Dua. No, ito siya. He has not changed one bit. The last time I saw her before that was probably 15 years back. Hindi siya nagbabago. It's bizarre. It's actually a little bit weird, no? So she just looks. She's not aged.
So I couldn't remember exactly the exact face of Marilyn, no? Kasi at least ikaw, kakilala mo na. Sayang kung kakilala ko siya. But siguro, what I'm gonna do is probably have a look at the yung kanyang Facebook page, no? Kasi, di ba, they were seated right, well, behind us or in front of us. Parang if you, depende kung sa paano, how you would describe it, di ba? Tama sila yun, mga mamas, ano pangalan? Dancing mamas, ano pangalan ng grupo nila? When I introduced them.
Yeah,
Di ba?
I think tawag nila
Dancing mamas,
the dancing yeah, so it's
Grannies
yeah,
pa.
so she's it's dancing grannies, I think tawag nila kanila. So yeah, but they're not,
cute nga nila.
at all look like grannies, no, so they look
Yeah,
very yeah, as I say, it was a little bit strange.
Yeah, look,
Hindi
Lady
siya
Emily, di ba?
matanda.
Si Lady Emily, kita mo na lang, no? Anong age na ng gabi na yun? How old was she? I forgot. Was it 70 or I forgot now.
70.
Kung ilang taon siya,
Yeah,
75.
75.
Pero
I think
bata niyang
75
tignan, no?
birthday.
Di ba?
Astonishing.
75th birthday
Oo
yata.
nga,
75th. Astonishing.
Yeah.
Tama, attorney.
Yeah.
Oo. Okay. Sige, let's go. Sino susunod
she
natin?
looks so young.
Sige, hula lang.
Oh,
Yeah, she looks very young.
yeah, nandiyan na. So si Gigi Elam.
Nandiyan eh.
Hi,
Sige.
Gigi. No? Yeah, so
Oo.
yun nga. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Happy Thursday, all viewers. God bless. God bless, Gigi. Hopefully you're well, no?
Yeah, yes. Hopefully you're well. Yes, so Gigi. Sige.
Napansin niya.
Uy,
Tingnan mo,
si
Miss
Marian.
Paner. You looking good, both of you, and same color. Tama siya, of course. Napansin niya. We're blue. No? We're very blue.
Oh, okay.
Diba?
Yeah, well, the colors are akin. Medyo close, no? Ayan, oo. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you.
Thank you for noticing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sino pa ba yung mga yan? Sino pa? Direct. Si Marian Lisa Paner. Yan, nabas. Okay, thank you.
Grace. Galing kay
Uy,
Grace.
si Grace.
Grace. Yeah, hi, Grace. Yeah.
Portugal.
From Lisbon. Yeah, Portugal. Good evening,
Lisbon,
everyone. Watching from Lisbon, Portugal. Oh! Yeah, so.
Mabuhay ka,
okay,
Grace. Nako, alam mo, na-intriga ako dyan sa Portugal. I haven't been to Portugal yet. I'd like to go to Portugal. Yan ang nag-iisa. Uy, nag-iisang hindi ko napupunta. Yung ating, si Lady Emmeline. Nasa Pilipinas pa yan. Madaling araw yan. Nanonood siya.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Salamat, Miss Rafael. The lovely, no? Miss Emmeline Rafael. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
We were talking of her, the birthday celebrant, di ba?
Yun nga. Yeah. Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday. You both looking great. Oh, salamat po. Are you well, Miss Rafael?
Oy, salamat.
Hindi gaano mainit sa atin, ano?
Oo. Kailan ba ang balik mo? When are you coming back here in the UK, no? And, yeah. So, yes. Uy, sino yan? Rudy Broho. Sige, attorney.
Oh, hi. The Libroho clan, no? Masayang maaraw.
Libroho clan,
Masayang maaraw, paring gabi ng Thursday. Wow, that's deep Tagalog, no? Lovely, elegant, and brilliant Attorney Lira. Slim and good-looking Sir Sonny. And super Sir Edgar. And lovely tama ka, Direct Paula. And all happy viewers. I got the news about Paula. She did very well in Latin.
Oh, yeah. She's graduating. She's a cum laude candidate, no? Yeah, she is. So we're proud of her. And she's a very smart girl. She's achieved something, no? So yeah. Well, yeah. We're so proud of her. So congratulations, Direk Paula Perez, no, for being a cum laude. No? Oh, so yeah, congratulations. Sino to?
Well deserved.
Jocelyn, ayan.
Oh,
well deserved. Yeah, well deserved.
Annalyn.
So we're proud to have her in the family.
Talaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ayan, hello. Sino yan, attorney?
Galing po to kay Annalyn Ogbak, Pino Hermoso. No. Hello po, Kuya Sonny.
Bago yan, no? Bago siya.
Hi, Annalyn. Yeah, Ata. Where are you watching from? And
Saka nanonood, tama. Saka, where are you watching from, no? Oo, galing. So, mabuhay ka. Mabuhay. Okay, sino next natin? Wala kasi
Si
akong message pala
Oliver,
rito.
that's Oliver,
Oliver.
Oliver Fernandez. Attorney, I used to live in Stephen H. Hart's hometown of Lewis
Oh,
Hamilton, of course. I love F1. You and me both, Oliver. Now, I've followed F1 in the past, but ngayon, certainly last year, I've become again an avid fan, no? And it's you don't really see as much kung nandun ka nga, but the atmosphere at least was great fun. Ang daming tao. Oh, you should go next year, Oliver. Makita tayo doon. I'm going to try and book a ticket as soon as I'm able to. But yeah, makita tayo next F1, no? In Silverstone.
kasama na.
Book it in.
Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Silverstone, nakakaingit. Sige, well, maswerte ka naman,
Come.
attorney. You can get tickets, ha? Oh, so, mahusay, siguro,
Yeah.
next year, sige. Well, life is short. If you can get the best tickets, better.
Tama ka.
Ano yung pinanood mo last time? Nanood ka ng concert na naman na weekend. Ano ba yung sinabi mo noon? Tapos,
Oh, yeah.
you celebrated your
Queen.
birthday. Queen concert. Queen concert, no? Oh.
Queen
And then,
concert, yeah.
yun nandun ka sa, where your birthday, you were in this, sa Shard ba yun? O, hindi ko alam kung sa Shard or saan ka nandun?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tama ka.
Oo, di ba?
Yeah, we went to
Oo, di ba? Nandun
yeah,
ka.
we went
Oh,
to
yan.
the Shard, yeah. In
Oo, yan,
and yeah,
oo.
so to see the view nga, no. Look, you're so right, Sonny. You know, life is too short. Yeah, it's and look,
Tama yan.
I certainly feel na tumatanda na ako, no. So certain things that
Di
you
naman,
maybe
di
in the
naman,
past
attorney, hindi
you
naman, ha?
no, I
Hindi,
think no, definitely. No, it's I feel it actually today. I tell you, I felt it even more. Everyone I saw today I was pretty booked up with clients. Every single person nakita ko, ako mas matanda. It was quite upsetting.
Mas mga batang clients mo? Ganun?
No. I mean, no. These are I have a lot of repeat clients nga, no. So these are people that I've dealt with now in the past, and then the children are here now. May pamilya ang mga anak na nga nila, and they're seeing me about something else nga. So they're not youngsters, no? But
Okay.
but I'm just older than them, no. And of course I've always
Really?
been older than them.
Pero, maski magkaedad siguro, basta we're aging healthily, no? And not spend the last, we lived siguro hanggang 70s, 80s, pero the last remaining years of our life, discomfort, di ba? In pain, may sickness. Hopefully, hindi, no? We try to be healthy, no? Para at least we are, although we are living longer, pero hindi tayo in pain, in agony, no? Or suffering, no? So, ayan.
Yeah.
Ikaw, mga healthy ka naman. You do a lot of walking with Watson sa Richmond Park, don't you?
Well, yes and no. Not during the week. You put me to shame, talaga. I just need to do. I need to move more. Absolutely, I need to sleep better. And I need to eat better. Today, for kind of breakfast, lunch, because I didn't have I didn't have time for breakfast, but for kind of brunch, I had Nutella, also
Okay,
on
Nutella,
toast.
okay.
So, which is
All
but
right.
it's not really, it's not the healthiest thing, huh? So I need to just eat better, because it's you can be you can be say slim, but it could be that your insides are not that great. So no, I need to do better.
Siguro
I
make
need
up
to do
lang on
better.
weekends. Siguro make it up on weekends lang siguro. Yung parang yung diet, no, yung pagkain na kinakain mo. Okay, teka muna, attorney, let's go na sa ating topic, no? We're gonna have a short break muna. Mga kaibigan, magbe-break muna tayo. And when we come back, i-discuss ni attorney yung ating topic for today. Ayan. That's appealing children refusals in immigration. Yan, napakagandang topic niyan. At meron nagpapatanong sa akin ng question, no? Mamaya, tatanong ko lang sa iyo. Okay, we're gonna have a short break. At pagbalik ko natin, i-discuss na ni attorney itong appealing children refusals in immigration. Huwag tayong aalis, saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan. Ito po ang Immigration Corner. Happy Thursday ho sa inyong lahat. Ayan, medyo naglalag ako, no? Pero okay lang. Ayan, okay, syempre, kasama natin yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no? Walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA, SIMON-CABATBAT. Good evening, happy Thursday once again, Attorney.
Happy Thursday, Sonny, and to all, no? Happy Thursday po. Hopefully, you're keeping well and enjoying the warm weather still, no?
Okay, yes, oo. Sabi nga ni Julie, mataas pa rin. Yeah, still, parang mataas pa rin ang araw doon sa kanila sa Northern Ireland or sa Belfast. Okay, Attorney, sige, let's go straight to sa ating topic now. So, take it away.
Okay, so malaki pong topic natin ngayon, no? And it's the ever popular appealing children refusals. So children and immigration is quite a big topic. But ito, pag titingnan po natin, appealing children refusals in immigration. Now, I'm sad to say that this year, actually probably in the last 12 months nga, I deal with a lot of appeals. And this, unfortunately, children refusals have been the most common refusal. Usually, in the past, most refusals nga that appeals that I deal with, it was to do with spouses. But this year, the last 12 months, itong pinaka-popular, which is very sad. So I thought we can discuss it in a bit more detail. So pong, so topic natin, as I said, the ever popular, unfortunately, appealing children refusals in immigration. So tingnan natin, it's best to look at it in a kind of scenario, no? So this is based on a true story, by the way, okay? And it's actually a scenario that is fairly commonly repeated. So let's look now at the facts. Tapos let's look at the law and let's apply the law. And I'll give you some helpful tips at the end, no? Now, so ang sitwasyon po, so the appellant is 17-year-old, sabihin natin young lady, girl, who applied to enter the United Kingdom to join her mother. So ang tawag natin sa kanya yung anak nga, no? The sponsor, yung nanay, nandito. Yung nanay nandito, meron siyang indefinite leave to remain, so settled status na nga siya dito, may trabaho siya, meron siyang tinitirahan, hindi nga yung problema. Now, the usual respondent in this case, of course, yung Home Office, dahil sila nga dumapapasok ang application, and the refusal, of course, is from them. Now, other parties in this case is yung lola, no? Yung lola, she lives in the Philippines, and siyang nag-aalaga dati sa bata nga, no? Siyang iniwan, so yung bata iniwanan sa kanya so that the mother can come to the UK to essentially take up employment to work, no? Yung tatay yung ama nung bata, wala na. As in, he's not in the scene. He's not passed away, but hindi siya interesado. And the last time nakita nga sila, the child was only 7 years old. So they actually had not had contact for some 10 years before the submission of the application. So that is a typical, no, scenario. I see that kind of those facts time and time again. Now, so nagpasok nagpasok yung bata nga, of course yung nanay nagpasok, but nagpasok nga silang application, so yung bata makapunta nga dito to join mom, no? At the time of making the application, 17 na nga siya. Now, the application was unfortunately refused. And ang rason na sabi ng Home Office is, sabi nila, based on the information that and documents that were provided, they were not satisfied. That is, the Home Office was not satisfied that mom had what's called sole responsibility. Pag-usapan nga din natin, sole responsibility para sa bata. And in making that refusal, sabi nila, they've taken into account all the relevant factors, including the child's best interest. Oh, again, that is a phrase that we'll come back to, because it's often the thing that causes nga an issue, no? Now, issues basically would be, unang-una, by the time the appeal came about, at least the child is already 18. No? Nung nagpasok yung bata, 17 lang siya. But by the time the appeal came about, she was already 18. Now, does that make any difference? So, yung first issue. Pangalawang issue, is it correct that yung nanay nga has not had sole responsibility para sa anak? And pangatlong issue is that the Home Office truly, did take into account properly the best interest of the child. So those three issues again are not at all unusual. No, they are issues that I come across nearly every single time I deal with these types of appeals. So they're worth definitely looking at. So unang-una, first issue, 18 na yung bata ngayon. Does that prevent her from coming into the UK? Dahil 18 na nga siya, no? Overage na siya. The answer is no. No? So, kung pinasok nung anak nga, nung 17 pa nga lang siya. So, as long as she was under the age of 18, 16, 17, it doesn't matter. As long as she was under the age of 18, nung nagpasok kayo ng application, it doesn't matter na naging 18 na siya upon by the time the appeal come about, no? So the deadline, if you like, is the date of the application. So it doesn't even matter na hindi pa natapos nga yung application as long as she was 18 nung nagpasok kayo. So again, of those three issues, yun hindi yung problema. So don't stress kung yun sitwasyon nyo. Now, the second issue and more problematic one, and probably the most problematic one, because of all the appeals I've been, certainly the last 12 months I've been dealing with to do with children, this is the one I would say 90%, if not 95% is the reason for the refusal. So the question is, yung nanay nga, si nanay, has she had what they call sole responsibility for the upbringing of the child? So now, anong ibig sabihin sole responsibility? They just mean, siya bang bahala sa kung magdidesisyon sa health ng bata, kung kailangan niyang hospital, o education ng bata, anong eskwela pupuntahan nga niya. So the big things in the child's life, does she have sole responsibility? And importante po yun, no? Sole responsibility, mag-isa nga lang siya. Kailangan siya nga lang ang bahala nung lahat, no? So in this case, ang sabi nga niya, well, siya, dahil nga wala nang pakialam yung tatay, yung lola, okay, tinutulungan nga siyang alagaan yung bata, but that's it. Otherwise, she is solely responsible. Siya nagpapadala, siyang nagdesisyon nga para sa eskwela ng bata, kung may problema yung bata sa health-wise, siyang tinatawagan. So, her case, and rightly so, is she's had sole responsibility. But the Home Office refused it on that basis, no? Then they refused it because of lack of evidence. So titingnan nga din natin yon. Evidence is key, no? So to succeed with any application and certainly any appeal, I would say if you ask me, ano bang importante? Evidence, no? And of course, you need to be able to explain the evidence properly. But without any evidence of sole responsibility, then no wonder an application would be is then refused. No? So sole responsibility is the major thing, and you prove it by providing evidence. Now, evidence can be in the form of, say, witness statements. So yung una, pagka nag-a-appeal kayo, kailangan mag-prepare nga kayo, magpapasok din kayo ng ang tawag nga affidavit sa atin. Here, it's more commonly known as witness statements. Doon, kailangan nyo nga nalagay, ano bang sitwasyon, no? So, start really with, when did you arrive in the United Kingdom, no? Ilang taon yung bata nung iniwan nyo? The agreement you had with Lola, no? Na magpapadala kayo, okay, tutulong nga lang sila, but otherwise, you have sole responsibility. Nasaan na yung ama? No, last time nagkita nga sila. So all those things should really be in a statement. Now, and again, for 95% of the time, if not actually 100%, I should say, kung ganitong sitwasyon, nagpapadala yung magulang sa bata. Either pinapadala sa bata nga diretso o kaya sa lola. So kung nagpapadala kayo, meron kayo mga remittances, remittance slips. Now, don't just photocopy all of those. Tapos, attach it to your statement. Explain it, yeah? Now, I'll give you a tip, I always use, pagka nililista ko yung mga dokumento, the financial statements especially, I use an application called Excel, So it's the number equivalent of a Word document. Ilista nyo. So if you don't have Excel, don't worry about it. Pero kailangan mong lista. So at least mapapakita nyo, for say, 2022, ito nang pinadala nyo, 2021, it's this. So, explain why it is that actually, kayo lang nagsusuporta para sa bata. Kung nagpapadala kayo para sa tuition fee, say, okay, in June, o kaya maybe before maybe in May, mas malaking padala nyo because that's for the tuition fee. And that you can say also in the witness statement. Now, if there's what lawyers often call adverse evidence, so ibig sabihin, mayroong mga ebidensya nga na hindi maganda, no? So, nagpadala nga kayo ng meron kayong dokumento na pinadala nyo, tapos sabi ng Home Office, well, that actually shows nga that that there's no sole responsibility. deal with it. Don't just think, okay, kung di namin, if I don't raise it, it will be forgotten. Hindi po ganon. You need to deal with it. A prime example, I'm actually dealing with nga a case at the moment. Ang nangyari, nagpadala silang sulat. So yung nanay nandito, yung tatay wala nang pakialam. Pero yung ginawa, hinanap nila yung tatay, no? Because they were advised na kailangan ng permisyo nga galing sa tatay na makapunta dito yung bata. Mali po yun. Sinubmit nila. So sabi ng Home Office, if you feel that you need permission for the child to enter the United Kingdom, then ibig sabihin you have at least admitted joint responsibility. No? So it was refused also partly on that basis. Now, it's important na deal with that issue. So in that case, certainly evidence nga galing sa lola na walang pakialam yung tatay. Maybe yung tatay nga din can just prepare also another statement to say, yeah, wala siyang pakialam sa bata. He doesn't really know why it was asked because it was clearly the wrong advice. But deal with it, no? So kung nakamali nga kayo sa application, yung ang nangyari, don't just ignore the problem. Deal with it, no? Now, when you're dealing with it, importante din po, be careful with the language that you use, okay? Para sa statement nyo, never ever use guardian if you're referring to lola, no? Alam ko sa atin, guardian just it's informal way of saying, siyang nandoon, dahil nandito nga kayo, no? Dito, iba po yun. Guardian has a legal connotation. Ibig sabihin, they're at the very least have joint parental responsibility with you. No? So if you're referring to lola's guardian, the application may well be refused because of that reference. So don't use guardian, for example. Mag-ingat nga lang kayo. Choose your words wisely. And don't assume that certain things, okay nga sa atin, like guardian, and that's how it's going to be also perceived in the United Kingdom, because it could be that it's refused. And if it was refused partly on that basis, again, going back to the same thing, it's adverse evidence. Deal with it in the statement. No? So responsibility, it's a big topic. It's a difficult issue nga, but you can deal with it. And bear those things nga in mind. Now, the other, the third issue that yung kasong ganito, it's the best interest of the child. Now, if you have a case at the moment going on, make a note of this case. Ang pangalan po ng kaso, and I'll spell it for you, Mondeba, M-U-N-D-E-B-A, okay? 2013 yung kaso. So matanda na, no? So you're looking at 9 years ago. But that case helpfully explains what are the things na kailangan nilang tignan to assess what is in the child's best interest. And interestingly, one of the things na sabi doon is they should be with the parents. No? And they would also be looking at yung edad ng bata, sino bang natira sa nag-aalaga sa Pilipinas, sabihin natin kung nasa Pilipinas nga sila, nasa ng lola, no? Kung nandoon na lola o lolo. So again there, yung witness statement, yung affidavit nyo, it must deal with that. So si lola, sabihin natin, in this case, actually lola was unwell or is unwell now, no? And she also doesn't want to be bothered anymore. Teenager na yung bata, no? She wants simply to have a quiet retirement, no? Kung ganon, again, say so. Again, importante nga po yung witness statement. So, sasabihin nga doon ni Lola, ano nga ang edad na nga niya, kung may sakit siya, anong sakit niya, kung may sakit siya, provide medical evidence. So, all those things can be put forward to show that the best interest of the child is actually to be with nanay dito. So, those are the with that scenario, those are the three issues, and that's how you should deal with them. Tips, okay? Now, apart from the biggest tip na, use your words wisely. Don't make reference to guardian, for example, because it's also unnecessary. That's not really what you mean, no? When you're adducing evidence, no, kung galing nga, sabihin natin text, no, usong-uso nga sa atin text, no, kung magbibigay ng text, kung Taglish, so obviously partly Tagalog, partly English, you should get it translated, okay? You don't also have to get everything translated, but certain choice texts, just to show nga that there's contact. But if it's a document not in English, even if it's only partly in Tagalog, get it translated. Now, kung kailangan nyo o kailangan ng bata o ni Lola ng interpreter, then you can book that also with the courts. Tsaka libre sila. Also, kung hindi sila ganong marunong mag-English, tapos it has to be translated, yung statement nga nila ng affidavit, sa baba, sabihin nyo, translated from English to Tagalog. No? So at least alam ng judge that was actually explained to them. No? Again, also, if you have, say, experts dito, no, given that now you can also instruct people via Zoom o via Teams, no, pwede kayo magkita nga. You can instruct an expert in the United Kingdom. Yung nga lang, kailangan lang meeting sa bata o sa Lola, and you can do that by Zoom. No? So you can actually provide evidence that is coming from the United Kingdom, pero yung appellant, no, and some of the witnesses are in fact in the Philippines. Okay, and kung kailangan yun ng interpreter, you need to say that actually when you've appealed, pero 1 week before the hearing date. Kung ako kayo, tawagan niyo yung korte just to double check nga that there's someone available. Sometimes it gets forgotten, no, that you actually need an interpreter. Sayang nga lang yung hearing kung hindi matutuloy because of the fact that there's no interpreter. So all those things, if you're able to put it together nga, okay, I mean it's of course very disappointing and frankly very depressing to get a refusal. But if you can prepare your appeal properly, no, then likelihood is that the appeal will be successful. Yung nga lang ang bagal ng appeal nga ngayon, you're waiting forever for hearings to come about, but it's not impossible by far. I know this for a fact, no, to win an appeal. And in the case nga, yung sabi ko sa inyo, 17 na nga yung bata, or actually 18 na nga yung bata ngayon, no, it's a last chance really, dahil nga 18 na siya. So she either wins this appeal and comes into the UK or does not come into the UK. No? So importante po, prepare it. No? Evidence is key. And as I say, if certain things were submitted and they were incorrectly submitted or maybe hindi nga na-explain maigi, explain it on appeal. No? It's for you to make out your case. But evidence truly is key. But don't be depressed. Just I know for a fact you can win these types of appeals. And I would say also that with these types of refusals, we have the highest rate of success.
No. Wala.
Ako?
Hindi ko dinig. Ayan, okay on. Wala ka ng last, no. Yung last few words mo. Okay. Yes. So responsibility. Ang galing mo naman, attorney, no? May tip ka pa na Excel mo, no? Which is good. Nakatuwa naman. So responsibility, no? So you shouldn't magpapaalam ako sa tatay o permission na yun. Bawal yun, di ba? Dapat. So, tapos never use guardian. Si Lola nga ang nagbabantay doon o si sister mo nagbabantay doon. But don't, sabi mo, iba ang terminology dito, iba ang guardian, no? Iba yung, sa atin, I grew up, ang guardian ko, lola ko, mother ko. So kung ako pala kukunin ng mother ko, papunta halimbawa rito, may problema, sole responsibility. So, malaking bagay. Maganda. Very,
Tama.
very interesting yung pagkaka-discuss, no? At yun nga, isa father, di ba? Yung parang na yun eh, kung magkakaroon pa ng permission. So, make sure, no? At saka yung mga tips mo, choose your words, ano ba yun, sabi ko, wisely. Tapos i-translate mo, no? Kung may taglish, i-minimize lang yung mga keywords na importante, ano? But maganda, no? Refusal kasi, di ba? Parang sabi nga sa'yo, sabi sa'yo, ang consider pagka mo kay sa immigration, parang ano yan eh, parang ka nanalo sa lottery eh. Because they feel, for example, na, di ba, they anchor everything on the success, yung kanilang life or being able to live and work, say, not only in the UK, but abroad, like US, for example, di ba? So, ano yan eh, parang matter of life and death din in a way, parang gano'n, di ba? So, ayan. Yung marami na ba humahalik sa'yo, attorney, pag ganyan, ay, nanalo ka, hindi magbibigay ka ng news, you'll break the news. Ay, ako, I'd like to break the news. You did it. No? Talaga siguro, no? You would, I don't know how you, no? Do they hug you so much? Does it hurt so much? Dahil nayakap ko na, ay, nakalimutan ko, attorney, napayakap ako ng sobra. What are the reactions of our kababayan? So, halimbawa, yan, you appealed, magandang kwento mo na pag in-apply ng mga 15, 16, 17, basta before 18, maski 18 pa yan at nilalakad, inaayos, okay lang. Technically, they are within pa, di ba? Tama ba? Oh, yan, oh.
Yeah, no, tama
Nanalo,
ka. Tama ka. Yeah. I tell you what, sorry, it's the it's the best, no? Talaga. It is the best part of my job to give good news, no? And I also I just don't also like I don't like refusals for so many reasons. Tama ka. It is a life and death situation in a way, no? That yung buhay ng bata, of course, is dependent on this, no? Makakapiling ba sila o hindi? So it's a huge responsibility to ensure nga, or as much as you can, to prepare to have a maximized chance of success. And it is truly nothing beats telling someone, oh, maybe sa kana, no, where it's been a difficult case, o kaya nanalo tayo, no, and the reactions are always the same. It's that kind of a mixture of excitement and delight, no, and hope, of course, for the future. And mga tao, you often hear, screaming in the background or umiiyak because they're so happy, and they come in, they're so kind, no, and so they come in, and it's especially great for me, and truly it's really nothing beats this feeling no, pagka natapos na, nanalo nga, no, tapos nandito na yung bata, especially to do with children, and then they bring them to the office, no, just so we can meet up. That's just, it's the best. You see it then in reality. Nandun yung magulang niya, nandun yung bata, kahit mahiyain nga yung bata, no, it's wonderful. And this is a few years back now. Meron akong dinala nga yung bata dito, actually two boys, no, and they met with me, and they were quite chatty, no, yung mga bata nga, they were teenagers. So sabi na sa akin, they were happy, nandito nga sila, and then they said, just sabi nga lang, no, it's just yung pagkain nga, the eating habits here is a little bit strange, sabi nila sa akin, no.
Sabi nila, siyempre,
so why? So sabi niya, sabi ng panganay, kumakain sila ng damo. That's salad.
Damo? Salad. Salad. Yeah, right. Hindi tayo sanay eh. Hindi tayo sanay sa Pilipinas. Talaga, kanin tayo eh. Kanin, ulam, diba? Tama,
Karne. Isda. So, dito, damo. I thought it's hilarious. I'll never forget it. So, they were so cheeky, those boys. They were lovely, actually. So, but truly, it's the most brilliant thing, no? But yung mga kababayan talaga, just be careful pag nagpapasok ng application. The last thing you want is to have a refusal, no? And you can go some way in getting that, in avoiding that by just being careful, no? Careful with the words. Magbigay ka ng ebidensya nga, no? Make sure you have a good statement, no? All those things will limit the possibility of refusal.
Okay. Attorney, tanong ko lang, no? This happened, well, I was able to get 2 of my kids. Okay? I was gunning for 3. Pero, pinatagal-tagal eh. Yung mom nung daughter ko, yung supposed mag-18, tagtagal-tagal ang kumuha ng passport dahil daw baka makalimutan na siya, no? Anyway, eventually nakakuha ng passport. Kailan ba technically na nasasabing nakapag-apply? Pwede ba yan a day before mag-18? Ganun ba? You technically you were able to lodge the application?
Yeah. So, 18 is the deadline. Day before 18, hindi problema.
Sayang. I should have done that. Pero I was able to get the other 2. In my excitement na nakuha ko yung isang lalaki ko at saka isang babae, alam mo, kararating pa lang ng flight nila, kararating pa lang, yung then nag-touchdown, ganyan, sinundo ko na sa Heathrow. Sa sobrang excitement ko, nasyal ko na agad ng London, inikot-ikot ko, yung mga punta ko sa London, ganyan, not realizing, kararating lang, antok pa sila. Sobrang excitement ko. Excited ako yung pasyal, para makita nyo yung London, UK, no? Alam mo kaya pala nung nasa kami, biyahe kami, ganun na sila, antok na. Ako naman, I was so excited to show them, hey, you're now here in London, di ba? Pero nakakatuwa din. Ganun ang mga parents, they're so happy for the future of their children. They equate being here as a chance, a very big chance of having a good life in a way, or having an opportunity. Kasi, iba yung nasa abroad, di ba? So yeah, fantastic. The topic mo, it's a very interesting, interesting topic.
It's a big topic, no? And of all the appeals, so for example, this year we've been really, really busy with appeals because finally things are being listed, and a majority of the appeals nito, I would say. Sadly, probably 80% are to do with refusals of children, and so far, touch wood, we have not lost one. We've been successful with all of them. So very good. So I'm hoping with some of them, it could be that the Home Office appeals.
Refused. The refusals were based on sole responsibility issues, diba? Yung ba? Sa information from the Home Office, they're not satisfied that whoever is the appellant or whoever is appealing is not the wala yung sole responsibility, medyo doubtful. So yun ang mga reasons ng refusal, no? Most of them.
Yeah, 90% it was that. The smaller proportion were frankly silly reasons nga lang, so they unfortunately they didn't provide enough evidence nga they can support the child in the United Kingdom, and another one just didn't provide proper evidence of accommodation, which then led to a refusal. But the vast majority, I would say 90%, is to do with sole responsibility. That's the thing that always causes the problem. It's also in fairness, it's difficult to prove sole responsibility. How do you definitively prove na talagang ikaw ang bahala sa buhay ng bata, no? Nagpapadala ka, okay, that's one thing. Ikaw ang tinatawagan, no? Kung may problema nga. But again, how do you can't really prove that definitively, no?
Okay. All right. Okay, attorney, meron tayong question yata, no, from sa sige, direct, sige, let's go. Okay.
Kay
Question na.
Edgar.
Okay na. Si Edgar Duway.
Edgar,
Okay.
Oh, I love his new picture, no? Edgar, he's just so
Diba?
talented, this man. It's yung
Mahusay
picture
yan,
niya,
mahusay
yung
yan.
yeah. He's so talented. He's
Very
astonishingly
talented.
talented. So
Yeah. He is. Go ahead, attorney.
tanong, example lang,
Tanong.
example lang, paano kung recently mo lang nalaman na may anak ka, pala sa labas, nasa Pinas. Yeah, okay na. So anak mo nasa labas, no? And you're citizen na dito. Ang bata is above 18 na. Wala na ba siyang chance to be with the father besides just a tourist visa? Tama ka, Sonny. Unfortunately, Edgar, yeah. Yeah,
Wala na.
it's not fair, no? Dahil
The rule,
hindi mo nga alam
states
na,
no.
kung hindi mo alam na nandiyan nga sila, na anak mo nga sila, how do you even get a chance, no, to bring them into the United Kingdom? But unless you can show exceptional circumstances, and unfortunately not knowing, no, that they existed before, it's unlikely to be considered exceptional circumstance. So, yeah, not fair. Pero tama ka, Edgar, in this case, likely tourist visa. Oh, indeed. Okay, student is a possibility.
Even, for example, under 18 pa yan, makamayari din sa sole responsibility because paano niya gagawin yung statements niya? Di ba? Ano statement niya? I just saw, or she or he, or biglang sumulpot. Checkin niyo na, di ba? Yung story niya ng home office. And if they discerned, they found, more or less, make out that anak sa labas na bigla lang sumulpot na wala naman siyang sole responsibility. Unless, say for example, napatunayan naman na ever since bata yan, to suporta. Pero kung nasa nanay o whoever the parent is, wala pa rin, no? Attorney, no? Let's say, okay, even if you're sending, alam mo may anak ka sa labas, let's change i-edit natin ang storya. Before 18, alam niyang may anak sa labas, sinusustentuhan, magkakaroon pa rin ng problema ng sole responsibility dahil kung sino nag-aalaga, di ba?
Exactly. Tama ka, Sonny. Yeah. So, kung nandun ang nanay, siyang nag-aalaga, kahit na lagi kang nagpapadala, no, you can't still show sole responsibility. Actually, at a similar case nga nito, no, yung nanay, so nanganak yung nanay nga, hindi niya, yung tatay nandito, hindi niya alam actually, you know, the mother was a brief girlfriend, no, and then it was only later, nung namatay yung nanay, no, na the lola then said, finally said to the child nga, ang tatay mo nasa London. It was only then that they actually then made contact. But by then, yung bata nga, he was not actually 18 yet, but he was still, I think 16 and a half at the time. So getting close nga to 18. So and the child did not know, in fact, that about the father until after 16, nung namatay nga lang nanay. But in that case, in fact, we were able to bring the child into the United Kingdom. And we had to do a good statement nga. Yeah, you had to do a good statement for the grandmother. It was quite a sad case. They didn't really know, even now, no, that's a good few years later, they didn't really know bakit hindi nga sinabi nung nanay na ang tatay mo, itong pangalan tatay mo. She just didn't want to disclose, who the father was. And it was only until she died nga, na yung lola nga.
Parang teleserye o telenovela, no?
Yeah.
Yung storya, di ba?
Yeah,
parang
yeah.
Parang drama,
Yeah.
Drama.
Mm-mm.
Pero
Yeah.
pero anak talaga yun, anak talaga.
Yeah.
Parang,
No, well, actually,
anak talaga.
in that case, anak talaga. In that case, we actually had to provide DNA evidence because they didn't believe also na talaga siyang wala siya dun sa birth certificate nung bata. Hindi siya nilagay. No? So we actually had to provide DNA evidence na siya talagang tatay.
So ano yan? Parang very challenging case pala yan, no?
Yeah, it was very interesting, and in the end, it was a happy ending, no.
Good.
Yeah, it was a very challenging case.
ano na lang yan para sa future na lang ng bata. Pero I don't know if they are estranged to one another kasi iba rin yung lately mo lang nakasama di ba? Yung father mo. Although, yeah, alam mo father mo, pero merong, di ba, parang, ano pa maninibago ka So, anyway, may tatanong na ako, attorney, no? Ganito ang situation kasi merong yung aming ni Ma'am Cora, yung co-teacher niya sa Notre Dame, yung anak no, eldest, nakapangasawa na South African yung father, British yung mother, but the son, asawa nung eldest daughter nung nila Sir Max, British, carries a British passport, but is currently residing in the Philippines. Ang tanong ko lang, a couple of questions. One question is, yung bang mga anak, pwede ba sila mag-apply ng British passport?
That's actually quite weirdly. It's one of one of the cases I had to advise on actually today. No, but it's to do with an Australian client. So you can pass on your British citizenship. So in this case, in the case I dealt with today, yung ama British, no? Born in the United Kingdom, lived in the United Kingdom, and then moved to Australia. Yeah, and then nandun na sa Australia, married someone. So very similar to your case. And stayed in Australia.
Yeah. So Australian mother.
British, so he's dual.
Sino nandito? Sino yung British? Yung lalaki, babae?
Yung tatay. Yung lalaki.
Nga pala, sabi mo nga pala tatay. So babae ngayon nandito sa Australia.
So
Australian mother, okay.
Yeah. So went to Australia, married an Australian nga, and so then and lived basically and has passed away since. So yung anak niya o anak nila pinanganak nga in Australia. And so the question was, can she, she's actually now 80, no? Yung anak, no? Can she apply?
Babae pala anak.
Or is she in fact British? Can she inherit the citizenship from dad? No? And the answer to that is yes, she can. Because she is what's called British by descent. So dad can pass on his citizenship to one generation who was born outside the United Kingdom. But kung siya, because she also now has children, in fact she has grandchildren because she's 80 now, no? So the next question was, can she pass on, because she's British by descent, can she pass on her citizenship to her own children? The answer is no, because it passes to one generation by descent. Yeah. So similar to your case, in that case. So yung tatay, tatay British. So kung yung tatay pinanganak na sa Pilipinas and got the British citizenship through the parent nga who was in the United Kingdom, that father, because he was born in the Philippines and received his citizenship by what's called descent, can't pass it on to the next generation. So yun.
Okay. Ito in this case yung son-in-law nung aming grade school teacher is the father is South African, mom is British, but he carries a British passport. Decided to live in the Philippines. Meron 2 kids, no? So pwedeng ipasa on sa anak niya ngayon. Dahil kumbaga first siya, di ba? Yung lalaki.
Yeah. Only if he was born here.
Only if he was born in the only if yung husband ng eldest daughter ng namin kung pinanganak sa UK. He was born I think in South Africa. So hindi may problema
No. May problema because
even if he carries a British passport,
no, doesn't matter. Because if you got your citizenship by what the phrase is by descent, you can't pass that on to your children. Because your father or your mother does
Hindi,
not
yung
really,
mother
and
niya is
pass it on
British.
once.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Ngayon, for example, British yung sa British yung guy. Okay. Will this if he decides to bring the family to the UK, for example, will he be parang yung ano yung requirement na 18,500 or 600 ganon? Will he be covered by that or be under that if he decides to bring I want to have a good life or we will have more mga Pilipino tinutulungan mo, attorney, good life, di ba? Parents, they bring their children over, di ba? And they talagang they pursue all of these cases, refusals or appeals and everything, in the hope that eventually they be successful and be able to bring their children. Same here, for example, i-approve na yung lalaki, yung family na dalhin dito. Will he now be under the, di ba, when somebody, a British guy here marries somebody, to get their spouse or whatever, they have to have at least yung income, di ba, requirement. Would he be covered by that? Paano magiging scenario na? For example, he decides to uproot his family from the Philippines, bring them over. Anong scenario? Anong mga repercussions o anong mga
So,
ano yan?
So if the children are not, if the children can get citizenship, British citizenship, then they don't need to worry about the 18,600. But if they cannot, no,
Pero sabi
it
mo
doesn't
hindi.
mean na hindi
Sabi
na
mo,
nga
di ba
sila
hindi?
pwedeng-
Dahil,
So kung hindi, and they're under 18, kukunin nga sila dito. So sasamahan nga nila yung tatay nila, no? So yung mga bata, tsaka yung asawa, absolutely, they are subject to the 18,600. So, hindi nga lang 18,600. 18,600 kung yung asawa lang. Yeah? And then,
yes.
any subsequent children, you have to add. No? And I think the next one would be, kung isang bata, it becomes then 22,400. And then after that, you have to add another 2,600 per child. So, ibig sabihin, yung sweldo nung tatay, no? Nung British nga, kailangan sapat. So, it could be better, tactically and practically nga, na siya muna pumasok dito. Hindi na nga lang sila sabay-sabay. Unless, of course, he can get if he already has a job, no? But yeah, but there, beware, no? Yung mga bata, they must be under the age of 18.
Okay. Yeah, so coverage siya. Kung ang equivalent ng 18,600 sweldo niya na sa labas, magka-qualify ba siya?
Well, only if it's going to continue, no? So, if because ang gusto nang makita ng sweldo nga going forward is no less than 18,600. So, kung may trabaho nga siya sa atin, pero pagka umalis sila, mawawala yung trabaho niya, then that does not count because they will say, well, you have lost your job. They want to see 18,600 now and that it will continue. It's a continuous employment.
Okay, well, right. I-peg na lang natin sa 70 and then i-round off na lang natin sa 20,000. So, that's an equivalent of at least mga 1.4 or less, mga less siguro 1.2 million annual salary. And if he gets that, perhaps would he qualify kaya? More or less?
Yeah, I mean, it's
So, continuing, no? Okay.
If
it's an international job that he has, for example, employed siya ng, overseas. Okay. Anyway, sige, okay. At least, he's still covered sa 18,600, and the best strategy is for him to come in first and then build that money and then be able to get 22,000. Dalawa anak eh. Magkano na total yun? 18,600 ko asawa lang,
20,000.
Diba? Magkano ba pag
you're looking
additional?
at about 26,000 pounds, no, per annum before tax.
Wow, okay, all right.
Pero malaki pa rin.
Before tax. Okay. Malaki pa rin. Oh. Okay, all right. Sige, meron tayong question pa, direct, yung ating sige nga, yan, okay. Pakibasa, attorney.
Okay, galing po to kay Amor L. Magandang gabi, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. I'm currently here in the UK under leave to enter visa. Okay? British po ang asawa ko. I'm planning to visit the Philippines this coming December po. And ang tanong ko po is, ano pong papakita ko sa immigration pag babalik na ako sa UK? First time ko pong uuwi sa Pinas since dumating ako sa UK. Thanks to you both. Okay, amo. Ang unang kailangan mo, siguraduhin mo, no? Yung card mo, yung BRP, no? So I'm assuming ang visa mo nga likely to be a spouse visa. Make sure the BRP mo is valid. Yun ang kailangan mo. Just to be on the safe side, bring your marriage contract mo, yung marriage certificate mo. Otherwise, you don't need anything else, no? And yung gusto nga makita nila that you're entering the United Kingdom, you may visa ka, and that's the main thing. And just to make sure hindi mo kabisado nga ang telephone number asawa mo in case it's not going with you. It could be that they want to just check that indeed the relationship is ongoing. Make sure you have his telephone number. Otherwise, nothing else. BRP, importante, yung biometric residence permit.
Tsaka yung marriage visa, no? Yung sinasabi mo kanina. Yun lang importante.
Yeah,
so she can, so she can go out countless times, numerous times, no? Pwede siyang in and out as long as she has her BRP, no? Malinaw na malinaw. Dala niya yung handy yung kanyang marriage certificate in case magkaroon pa ng konting questions. So, okay. All right. Well, I guess, Amor, thank you very much, no, sa questions. Ayan, meron tayong mga pagbati pa rito, attorney, no? Sige, let's go direct. Okay, ano ba yung mga pagbati natin yan? Go. Tingin lang natin yung, may final, mga ibang mga iba pa. Ayan, okay, sino to?
Oh, yeah, si Edgardo.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Hi, Edgardo. Shall I do the honors?
Yeah.
Mainit na Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday sa kanya.
LARAGAN, Attorney Lira, and Direct Pau, and to the viewers. We are thirsty in our immigration knowledge. Thirst quencher is Attorney Lira. Lots of learning again. I love this man. He's so clever with his play on words, no? Yeah, Thursday.
He was the guy who coined Happy Thursday, Happy Tuesday, no? So, si Edgardo, tama yan. Because we had some tips, no? Use Excel to map out yung mga pinadala mo, di ba? Yung pinadala mo, mga evidence, anong dates, ganyan, para mapakita mo talaga na marami kang pinadala ron sa Pilipinas, no? Support dun sa yung kinukuha. Oh, yeah. Okay, sige, go, direct. Meron pa ba yan?
Edgar. Kamusta piano lesson mo, attorney? I tell you, I missed the last 4 sessions na nga ngayon. Hopefully, you can find time on your hectic schedule to play at least 1 hour per day. Oh, Edgar, I tell you what, it's I've been really bad. I missed the last 4. Tapos ngayon, I haven't been practicing. So I don't know that I can do Imagine. I mean, I'm nowhere near. I can't even remember the keys. No, I just can't remember the keys. And where I'm sitting now, sa kaliwa ko, you can't see it, is the piano. It's gathering dust.
Yan ang frustration ko. Edgar plays the piano. He can play the piano, can play the guitar, bass guitar, drums. Man of varied talents. No? Napakahusay to see. He can also sing. Sometimes he does a mini concert on his Facebook page. And tama sa nota eh. Tama ang key niya, so talented yan. He draws marami. So yeah, thank you, Edgar. Maraming salamat sa ano to? Message pa. Oh, yeah.
Max.
Si Sir Max.
Yeah, Max. Teacher mo, no, Sonny? Yeah. Thanks, Sonny, for discussing the case of my son-in-law and his family. Naintindihan ko, pero I doubt kung napakinggan nilang mag-asawa dahil they're both working online at this time. Thanks also to the lady attorney. Mabuhay kayo.
Si attorney.
Mr. Fer, look, I mean, look, send them the link, ha? Tapos, hopefully then they watch And given your, your connection to Sony, if they want to email me, no, pagkatapos nga, then they should email me. Pero kung pwede lang sabihin, Immigration Corner, care of Mr. Ferrer, who taught the lovely, the brilliant Sony. Okay. Teacher mo siya dati.
Oh, teacher siya sa sa grade school. He retired many years ago kasi 75 years old na siya. Pero he's very prominent in the sense that he's a very tall guy and you wouldn't miss him because if there's like a school event, he's towering. Plus, aside from teaching, he's got this passion for photography. And so he is a teacher by day, a sports photojournalist, at night, no? Parang ganyan. He would cover, I don't know if you've heard of PBA, yung Philippine Basketball Association. Yeah, yan ang parang equivalent ng NBA sa atin. And yeah, I would bump into him when I would sometimes do some coverages for either a radio station or a TV station I was connected with when I was back home in the Philippines. So yeah, yes, Mr. Ferrer. So yun lang, please nalinawag now kung sabi mo nga, yung mother niya, British, so siya yung nakakuha ngayon, parang by descent. So that might not pass on to the daughter, no? Ganun ba? Okay,
yeah,
all right.
It passes once.
Oh, sayang, no? It passes once. Okay.
Miss Gilling.
All right, okay.
Si
Miss Gilling.
Miss Gilling. Hi, Ma'am and
Nako.
Sensor. Happy Thursday. Miss Gilling.
Si Emma
how are
Gilling.
you? No?
Ayan, nakakatuwa ka naman, Miss Gilling, no? Na-miss natin si Miss Gilling, no?
Absolutely.
Pagka nakikita ko yung pangalan
More
niya,
than I can say. Nasa Pilipinas siya ngayon.
Okay. Ingat yan, ha? So, thanks for watching us, ha? At least na, anong oras na ba sa Pilipinas? 9, that's 7 hours, mga alas 4 na ng madaling araw, pasado, no? Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Siguro yung last greeting na muna natin, no? Direct, no? So, yeah, attorney, baka meron ka pang naisa messages or anything, magpaalam na tayo. Sige, please.
Yeah, just to say nga, no, I hope that was an interesting topic for you. Pero kung meron kayong mga questions, email ko po ito, kabatbat@douglas-simon.com. May telephone number kami, 0203-375-0555. But it's probably better if you have questions to email me first. Lagay nyo nga lang, please, if you can, try and remember the subject, no, Immigration Corner, no, so that I can find it again, no. And Mr. Ferrer, any friend of Sonny is a friend of mine. So kung gusto mong ibigay yung email ko dun sa anak mo, I'll try and, of course, at least hopefully point them in the right direction. But it's always a pleasure, and and thank you very much, for joining us. I'm sorry I wasn't about last week. I missed you all, and so I'm so pleased, happy to be back.
Oh, we missed you, pero we're also pleased and happy for you because Formula One at Silverstone, I would love to be there. I would probably parang going to the Wimbledon, the tickets are so expensive, di ba? So the only way that I could probably go there is when there's no game. So I could just probably visit the grounds, visit the museum, meron silang maliit parang or shop, di ba? But although, have you been to the Wimbledon before, attorney? I've been there. You will be. Nakapunta ka na?
A long time ago. I queued, no? Di ba may mga and that was it. At least 10 years ago. Yeah. Have you been recently?
Yeah. Well, the only way we could go inside, have a cheaper ticket. Yung mga resale ba? Yung mga parang may lalabas na tapos mag-aabang ka sa hapon. So, and then you're just gonna you can watch all of the other games except center court and court number 1. Pero lahat pwede mong panoorin. Lahat ng tennis courts, no? Pwede ka manood. At saka, ando ka sa, it used to be called Henman Hill, eh. Ngayon, I don't know anong hill na ngayon yun. It was a big di ba? Kasi Tim Henman was our number 1 player before. And so, that hill we call Henman Hill, no? Si Tim Henman. Oh yeah, a couple, 2 or 3 times because pareho tayo, we're just close by, Wimbledon, no? Malapit lang sa atin.
Yeah, tama ka. Of
Malapit
course.
lang.
Yeah, malapit
Okay,
lang sa
well,
atin.
maraming salamat, Attorney. We missed you, and of course, yeah, it's always a pleasure having you because it's dagdag kaalaman for everyone. No, ako I learn as well. No, yung mga tips na binibigay mo is very important because these are things that would help their cases. No, makakatulong, making things clear. They kamukha na sabi mo sa appeal, kung kailangan ng interpreter, they have to make sure, di ba? Let them know, have it in advance para hindi sayang yung yung hearing or yung opportunity. So malaking bagay yan. We learn, everybody learns. So happy Thursday is also a dagdag kaalaman day. So, happy Thursday for knowledge. Tama nga yan, thirst with thirst for knowledge. So, yeah, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, no? Sa ngalan ni Attorney Lira SIMON-CABATBAT at sa ngalan din ng ating cum laude, no, candidate, no, si Paula Perez, yung ating director. Ito po si Sonny LARAGAN nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay dito sa ating programa. Let's do the Happy Thursday again next Thursday. So till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye!